What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another training video. It's been a while since I filmed one of these. By a while, I mean like a week and a half maybe. Just kind of wanted to take a little break for a little bit. Honestly, I was getting kind of burnt out with it. You know, I need to start being more realistic with my content expectations. You know, on paper, I really want to film every session and just kind of walk you guys through every session and kind of what I'm thinking and feeling before and after and all that type of stuff. And on paper, that is like the best thing, right? But it's just unrealistic for me to do that. After a while, I don't want to do that anymore. And then also, after a while, I feel like there comes a certain point where I'm kind of just saying, this is the same workout I did 6 days ago. Like, you know what I mean? Like, realistically, there may not always be tons to talk about. So I'm kind of just trying to get on a little more of a consistent schedule with that and kind of have those spaced out enough to where it flows well, so to say. And I also kind of keep up my motivation to want to do it. I'll be honest, I'm kind of at like, what's the word, like artist blank, or, you know, creator, like lack of creativity in terms of like content to make for my YouTube channel. So, you know, I guess that's a topic of discussion. If you guys have things that you want to see, feel free to let me know. But my creative juices have really not been flowing as much lately. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that training is going exceptionally fucking well right now. I mean, I've talked about this in my other training videos, but at the moment my training is going great. Literally the best that my training has ever been in my entire life. Things are going awesome. At this point, my knee is pretty much like fully recovered, and you know, knock on wood, I don't have any wood to knock on right now, but it's been cooperating. Today is a lower body session, lower B, so we're gonna, you know, put that to the test today, so to say. But all of my most recent leg workouts have been really good. I'm still not pendulum squatting. I think that I could pendulum squat and not have any issues with it, but I've been on a really good roll with both of the leg presses that I've been using, so I don't really want to pendulum squat right now. I'm on an awesome roll with both of those movements, and I don't, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm just gonna keep rolling with those. But other than that, like, things are really, really good in my training. And I am just super stoked with how it's been going. And when my training is going very good, I don't really want to film it. And that may kind of sound weird. Some people may think that it's like the opposite, like when things are going really good, like you want to capture all of it. And sometimes it's like that. But to be honest, usually when my training is going really good, I kind of like to just lock the fuck in and just get things done. And that's kind of how my training has gone recently. So today's kind of one of those days where I'm forcing myself to film. But I know that it will, you know, be worth it in the long run, because today I think is going to be a big day. I think I'm going to pull 365 today fresh. So I have pulled 365 twice up until this point. The first time that I pulled it, I only hit it for a single. The second time that I hit it, the most recent time that I hit it, I pulled it for a triple. And both of those times, I did it as my second set. So on both of those days, I did not go into the gym planning to hit 365. I went in the gym planning to hit like 315 or 320 or whatever my weight was supposed to be on that day. And that original set went so good that I was like, fuck it, I'm doing 365. So that was never an instance where I had gone into the gym planning on doing 365. And today I am going to the gym planning on doing 365 for my working set of RDL today. So My warm-ups are going to be reflective of that. I will be hitting the 365 with less fatigue than the previous 2 times that I've hit it for. And so, like, kind of putting 2 and 2 together, if I was able to hit 365 for a triple after doing, I think I did 325 for 6 to failure, 0 RAR. If I was able to triple 365 after doing 325 for 6, if I were to hit the 365 fresh, I think that's a guaranteed 4 reps, and I think realistically, if I big dick it, I can fucking hit it for 5. So that's what's on my mind today. I would love to pull 365 for 5 today. If I pull it for 4, I will be very happy with that too. But if I pull it for 5, I will be ecstatic. Now my warm-ups are structured in a way today where my final warm-up set is going to be what I would have done today if I was not going into the gym and hitting 365. So the last time that I hit it, I hit 325 for 6. And so if I was going on my usual progression scheme, I would be going in the gym and hitting 330 today. But I have my warm-up set up to where I'll hit 330 for a single, and then I'll basically ask myself, how did that single feel? And if the single felt really good, I will load up 365 and I will go balls out on 365. If it didn't really feel that good, I will hit 360 to failure / 0 RAR and just kind of see like what happens there. And then we'll kind of go from there. I'm not like putting pressure on myself. If my body is like, today is not a fucking good day to try and pull 365, or maybe, you know, something doesn't feel good as I'm warming up and I just don't want to risk it. I'm not gonna pressure myself to do that. But if everything is there how I expect it to be based off of how I'm feeling today and how training has gone recently, I will do that. So very excited to kind of see what happens. It's kind of one of those things where I can't lose either way. If I pull 330, I win because I progressed from the 325 that I did last week. And if I pull 365 fresh, that's like a fucking huge win. So no matter what happens, I can't really lose today. So I'm ready to get on the platform and just do the fucking thing, to be honest with you. In other news, I have made a recent adjustment in terms of progression of the off season. So I've increased my testosterone dosage from 250 milligrams to 300 milligrams. And that started this week, as of the week that we are in right now. And I'm considering just moving it to 350. And I've also increased my calories from 4,250 to 4,500. So a 250 calorie increase on training days and rest days, and then also an increase in supplementation. So my body weight is kind of moving along at the rate that I want it to, but it's kind of like slowed down a little bit lately. And I was just kind of waiting until I bumped up the PEDs, because I had planned on increasing the dosage no matter what. So I was just kind of waiting to do that and introduce the food at the same time so that I could kind of take advantage of those two things. So that is where we're at. It's too early really for the PED doses to be noticeable, and to be honest, I don't really expect them to be super noticeable anyways, but it's just way too early to be able to kind of feel out how that is going. And my calories have only been up for like 2 days. And honestly, at this point, man, like when you're already eating 4,250, like you're not really gonna notice much of a difference. Going to 4,500, digestion is decent. Appetite today was not a struggle to eat, but today was the first day where I was like, fuck, I really don't feel like eating. So I don't think appetite is struggling today. I was just especially not hungry. I wouldn't say that I'm hungry, but I also don't have a problem eating, so I'm kind of in a good sweet spot right now. I don't have a desire to eat more food, but I'm also not eating so much food that I have a desire to eat less. today was just kind of, I just didn't really feel like eating this morning, but that's really the first instance of that happening since the show. So I guess that was due to happen at some point. So. Oh, baby, what a fucking day, man. Today was so fucking good. I'm super happy, as you guys can tell, with how today went. So clearly, 365 was on the menu. Like it just felt really good warming up, and I knew that I could hit 365 fresh, and I hit it for 4, so I'm super happy about that. So going forward, 365 is going to be my working weight. I feel like every time I do that, I obviously get more and more comfortable with it, so I just want to continuously hit that on a week-to-week basis. So I'm super excited about that, and to see how I can build that up in the weeks to come. I finally got back on the pivot leg press today. So I was supposed to do the pivot leg press on my previous leg day, but it was actually taken. So I've actually done the 45-degree leg press for 2 rotations in a row. And so I wanted to get back on the pivot today, and it was amazing. 20-pound increase for the same amount of reps. And that is, I'll have to check my computer when I get home, but it may be an all-time PR, which coming after just like coming off of this knee injury is like fucking great. Added a 3rd failure point to my leg extension set. I've been just running that as a drop set for the past couple rotations where I hit failure, and then we'll do 1 drop, but today I did a 2nd drop for 3 total failure points, and I'll probably keep that in. But other than that, man, like obviously the highlight is the RDLs and hitting 365. So I'm just absolutely over the moon about that. Tomorrow is a rest day, which is very much needed. I will always, 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 without fail, have a day off, a rest day after a leg day, just because I always wake up just destroyed the day after legs, and I can already feel myself starting to get tired now. You know, after I finish a workout, I'm not like, you know, running out to the car, but I'm like, you know, headed out to the car, and I'm like, fuck yeah, like riding high, like feeling awesome. And then literally, like, you know, progressively as the day goes on, I just feel like, holy shit, like, I'm exhausted, and that's already starting to settle in. So tomorrow's day off is very much needed, very much looking forward to that already. Kind of coming full circle on what I was talking about pre-workout with my appetite. So my usual post-workout meal is 100 grams of cream of rice with some whey and fruit and honey and some other stuff, but I've been blending that and drinking that just because for appetite reasons. It's easier for me to drink, especially after training. I'm usually not very hungry after training, especially after legs. I'm definitely not hungry. But of course, I am out of cream of rice at the moment, but I do have some Rice Krispies cereal that I want to get used up. So instead of doing 100 grams of cream of rice, I'm going to do 100 grams of Rice Krispies cereal today. But to be honest, I'm really not looking forward to eating that. So maybe I'll try and blend up the cereal or something, but I'm just straight up not looking forward to eating that. I'm not like dreading it, but after a super hard workout like that, I'm usually just not very hungry, and I just really don't want to eat anything. So the shakes have been pretty convenient as of late. It's kind of funny, you know, thinking about this, and again, echoing on what I said in the pre-workout talk, it's kind of funny how it's only been like, I think I'm only like 12, like maybe 3 months post-show, 12 weeks or whatever, and I'm already at that point where I'm just like, I'm already kind of tired of eating. And I, for whatever reason, expected that, I obviously knew that would come, but I expected that to come a little bit later. I did an 11-month diet, so I kind of had, like, in my head, I was like, shit, it's going to take me a while to be able to kind of get to that point, but honestly, it really hasn't. I'm already there. I think it's a good thing. You know, I'm glad that I wasn't dealing with all of those, like, hunger signals and shit for, like, super duper long. But obviously, the lack of an appetite presents a new challenge in itself. So I'm sure you guys will appreciate the fact I just throated that fucking bottle. Fucking throat goat up in here. And I am like fucking falling asleep. Good thing we're pulling into the parking lot now, man. Fuck. The fatigue is really settling in. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning along and following with me today. Big day today. Very happy with how today went. Milestone day, I guess you could say. But I'm obviously very excited to continue to work with 365 going forward. Oh my God, I need my beard trimmed. Yo. Oh, yo, look at this. Dude, holy shit. Very excited to continue to work with 365. And I'm pretty confident that I can get my leg press up to 8 plates here fairly soon. The last time that I hit 8 plates, I hit it for a triple. And I think that I can hit that for a solid 5 if I get around to, like, kind of the same approach that I did today if I warmed up with the goal of hitting 8 plates. So maybe we'll do that next rotation and kind of see what happens. But I need to recover from this one before I think about the next one, which is coming up shortly, man. That's the thing about this upper-lower training. It's hard as fuck. I mean, literally, as I recover from one, whether it's upper body or lower body, as soon as I recover from one session, it's time for the next one. And the high frequency is fucking hard. I love it because, as I said in the pre-training video portion, my training is going the best that it's literally ever been, and I feel like the fact that I'm running a split like this is the reason for that. And it was an extremely good choice for me to make for myself, but it's hard as fuck. It's really, really hard, and I need to be on top of my recovery and sleep and all of that stuff. Otherwise, I notice that I just am destroyed. So tonight will probably be an early bedtime. Man, I am fucking exhausted. I look like shit. as you should after a workout. But anyways, I'm gonna go eat some cereal, take a shower. Again, thanks for tuning along in today's video. As always, any questions, anything, leave them in the comments. Help me out, guys. You know, as I kind of said in the pre-workout video, I'm kind of like, I don't want to say drawing a blank, but I'm just kind of in a creative rut at the moment. So if you could help out with some content suggestions, I obviously would take them to heart very much. Yeah. If you're interested in coaching or any of that stuff, it's in the description below. You can contact me there. Aside from that, guys, thanks again. Take care of yourselves as always, and we'll catch you in the next training session. Hopefully it was as good as today was, because today was fucking great.